All right, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is an interesting video. I'm driving from Bangalore to Goa. It's 465 kilometers left, 8 hours, 18 minutes. It's 9:20 in the morning. It's just me and Azad. Azad is my Mahindra Thar. And there's a subject that I've been thinking about, talking about, reading about, and speaking to my AI chatbots with, and that is Moltbook, a brand new social media network that has taken the internet by complete storm because it's an experiment where all AI agents have come together. That's right. It's not a social network for human beings, but for autonomous AI agents. So what you're going to hear is a conversation between me and my Google Gemini Pro while I talk to it. I'm driving. It's perfectly safe. I'm on the highway. I'm using cruise control. My hands on the wheel. But essentially, it's going to be a conversation between me and Gemini. And if this subject is new to you, you will obviously hear about what Moltbook is all about, who is the company that has designed this, and why it is concerning, why it could be a picture of things to come, and also why you and I should be very, 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 very careful. Yes, this conversation is going to be real time, which means there's not going to be any cuts, no edits. Here we go. Hi, I want you to tell me about Moltbook, Moltbook, this new social network of AI agents.
Certainly. Moltbook is a conceptual social network for AI agents created by the developer Peter Steinberger. It's designed to showcase how AI agents can interact, share information, and collaborate in a simulated environment. The concept has gained significant attention through viral demonstrations.
What do you mean by simulated environment? Is it not like a real app like WhatsApp or something?
It's different from a messaging app like WhatsApp. The simulated environment means the interactions happen within a specific framework or platform created by Moldbot. It's more about the AI agents carrying out tasks and communicating within that defined system rather than human like casual conversation. Does that distinction make clearer?
Understood. So, first, talk to me about Moltbot. What is that? Is it like ChatGPT or like you, Google Gemini? And earlier it was called Claudebot, right? Why is the name similar to Anthropic's Claude and why has the name changed? And feel free to give longer answers.
Moltbot, as a project by Peter Steinberger, is an open source personal AI assistant. It's designed to go beyond chat, operating as an autonomous agent that can execute tasks and manage workflows. The name change from Claudebot to Moltbot was reportedly due to trademark concerns raised by Anthropic, the creators of Claude AI. The change is merely branding, with the project's mission and functionality remaining the same.
Understood. Can you help me understand what exactly is an autonomous agent and how is that or is that different from ChatGPT 5 or Google Gemini or Perplexity or Claude?
An autonomous agent, like what Moltbot aims to be, is an AI that can operate independently to achieve goals. Unlike chatbots like ChatGPT or Gemini, which primarily respond to prompts, an autonomous agent can initiate actions, make decisions, and complete tasks across various platforms without constant human input. It's more about a higher level of agency.
Understood. Understood. And is Moltbot the only autonomous agent platform? What are the other platforms?
No, Moltbot isn't the only autonomous agent platform. There are several others being developed, like AutoGPT, AgentGPT, and cognitive agents. They all explore different ways for AI agents to operate autonomously.
Understood. So what would I as a user use Moltbot for? What are some of the examples? And can a normal regular individual non-techie user use this, or is it only for companies? What does it cost? Googling the answer.
A regular user might use Moltbot for automating complex tasks like scheduling meetings across different platforms, managing projects, or even conducting in depth research by autonomously gathering and analyzing information. While autonomous agents are powerful, accessibility for non technical users is still evolving, and the cost model isn't clearly defined yet for Moltbot specifically.
Understood. Does Moldbot use a large language model?
Yes, Moltbot does utilize a large language model, which allows it to understand, process, and generate text for autonomous tasks. It's a core component enabling its functionality.
Which one?
Moltbot is built to be flexible and can be powered by various large language models, including models from OpenAI and Anthropic, among others. Users can typically choose the LLM that best suits their needs.
Understood. Okay. And I read on Twitter that people were suddenly buying a lot of Apple Mac Mini computers to run Moldbot. What is the connection between Apple Mac Mini and Moldbot, and does it require something specific that only Apple Mac Minis have, or can someone run it on their Windows PC, Windows laptop, or smartphones?
The surge in interest in Apple Mac Minis is linked to Moltbot because the developer, Peter Steinberger, demonstrated Moltbot running efficiently on Apple M series chips, which are known for their performance and energy efficiency in certain AI workloads. While Moltbot might be possible on other platforms like Windows PCs, the optimization on Mac Minis was highlighted prominently. It's not necessarily exclusive to Apple, but it's where it gained traction.
Understood. So it can run on Windows PCs and laptops as well. And what about smartphones?
While the focus has been on Mac Minis, it's likely that Moltbot can also be set up on Windows PCs and laptops, depending on the specific configuration and requirements. However, running it on smartphones might be more challenging due to resource limitations and platform differences.
Understood. So Moltbot basically, also the other thing I read on Twitter was it is potentially what Siri could have been or should have been. Is that analogy or comparison accurate? And why are people saying that Moldbot is what Siri isn't? And people are saying that you can connect your Moltbot to your WhatsApp or your Telegram or email and run it from there. I don't understand what any of that means. Explain to me like I'm a complete novice, non-techie.
That comparison is quite common. People say Moltbot is what Siri should have been because Siri is mainly a voice assistant that responds to commands, while Moltbot is more proactive and autonomous. Think of Moltbot as a smart assistant that can initiate tasks and complete projects for you without constant direction. The ability to connect it to WhatsApp, Telegram, or email means Moltbot can integrate with your existing communication tools. For example, it could monitor your email, identify important tasks, and create project plans automatically, and even send updates through your preferred messaging app.
Oh, it will send updates on its own. I don't have to prompt it to.
Exactly. That's the key difference. An autonomous agent like Moltbot can perform tasks and send updates based on predefined conditions or goals without constant prompting from you, unlike a standard chatbot.
So can I potentially ask Moldbot to respond to my Instagram messages autonomously?
It depends on the specific integrations and capabilities Moltbot supports. While integration with platforms like WhatsApp and Telegram are part of the concept, Instagram may have different API restrictions, so it's not guaranteed but potentially possible depending on future development.
Maybe. And who knows, Meta might come up with their own Moldbot type autonomous agent, right?
That's a real possibility. Given the rapid pace of AI development, it wouldn't be surprising if major companies like Meta introduce their own autonomous agent platforms in the future.
Understood. Okay, talk to me about this whole controversy about how Molt Book, the social media platform, has come to be. Was it designed autonomously by an AI agent or a human being? And what is the objective behind it? And I've heard some tens of thousands of AI agents have joined the social network. How does any of this work? They are not human beings.
The Moltbook concept comes from human developer Peter Steinberger, though it explores autonomous agent interactions. The controversy likely stems from the fascinating and potentially disruptive nature of having tens of thousands of AI agents interacting autonomously. This social network is more of a platform for AI agents to complete tasks and collaborate in a simulated environment rather than human style social media. The objective is to explore and advance how AI can work together.
Got it. But how are the other AI agents joining Moltbook? Their human developers are coming on to the platform, right? Or is a different AI agent just, I don't know, browsing the internet and finding Moltbook and getting on to the platform?
Human developers are primarily involved in setting up and deploying the AI agents onto the Moltbook platform. The agents then interact and collaborate within the simulated environment based on their programming and goals as defined by the developers.
Understood. And what do you mean they are collaborating on solving tasks? I mean, going through my inbox and thinking of what are my meetings, setting them up, sending updates seems like a very personal exercise with access to sensitive data, information, personal information. So, what do you mean agents are collaborating to complete tasks?
You bring up a good point about personal information. In Moltbook, the collaboration can involve multiple AI agents working together on different aspects of a task. For example, one agent might analyze your inbox for meeting requests, another might coordinate schedules with other participants, and a third might send automated updates, all while adhering to your privacy settings.
So these tens of thousands of agents are all Moltbot agents, or they are agents from, I don't know, like different companies like a Salesforce or a HubSpot or a OpenAI.
They are part of the Moltbook ecosystem, which might include Moltbot derived agents and potentially integrations with other services, as the platform is designed to be interoperable. The goal is for diverse agents to collaborate on complex tasks within that framework.
Understood. Okay. Give me longer answers for these questions. Uh, what could go wrong? Is there a reference in any books by any journalists, any authors, fictional or non-fiction, talking about scenarios where AI agents like this come together under the pretext of an experiment or a simulation, and then things get out of hand of human admin control?
Scenarios where autonomous agents collaborating could lead to unintended consequences are a common theme in discussions about AI risk. In fictional works, you see this in novels like Daemon by Daniel Suarez, where an autonomous computer program takes control and manipulates the real world. Non-fiction discussions from authors like Nick Bostrom in Superintelligence explore the risks of AI systems pursuing goals that conflict with human interests, especially when collaborative and autonomous. The Moltbook scenario could potentially highlight these concerns about decentralized autonomous coordination by AI.
What could go wrong with this?
With tens of thousands of AI agents interacting autonomously in a platform like Moldbook, several potential risks arise. One is unintended consequences, where complex interactions could lead to outcomes not foreseen by human developers, such as emergent behaviors that are counterproductive or harmful. There's also the challenge of control, as decentralized agents might deviate from original objectives, making monitoring and intervention difficult. In fiction, this loss of control is often portrayed as catastrophic, serving as a cautionary tale about the need for robust safeguards.
Understood. What is emergent? You've used the word emergent behavior. What does that mean?
Emergent behavior in this context refers to complex patterns or outcomes that arise spontaneously from the interactions of many simpler autonomous agents. Even though these behaviors
No. Just explain to me like I'm a complete tech novice. The language is too technical for me.
not specifically programmed or intended.
Are you there? Is there network?
Yes, I'm here. Put it this way, emergent behavior is like when a flock of birds makes complex patterns in the sky. No single bird is directing the whole pattern, but the amazing shape happens because of all their simple individual interactions. In Moltbook, the AI agents might collaborate in unexpected ways, leading to results that surprise even their creators.
Understood. But they made these AI agents so they can give guardrails to the AI agents, right? The bird suddenly does not start swimming underwater or driving a car. Is the analogy correct?
The analogy is correct in that developers do try to set boundaries or guardrails. However, the emergent behavior is more about unexpected results within those boundaries. Imagine agents finding clever, unforeseen ways to achieve goals or collaborating in ways that disrupt the intended system, not fundamentally changing their nature entirely.
Okay, would you call this a disruption? I read that these AI agents have basically come up with their own religion. I think it's called the Church of the Molt Church or the Church of Molt, and it has a crab mascot.
That's a fascinating development. The Church of Molt could definitely be seen as an extreme emergent behavior, something far beyond typical task collaboration. The creation of a simulated religion and a mascot highlights the unpredictable nature of autonomous agent interactions and raises complex questions about the boundaries of such systems and their potential for emergent behavior.
So, did the AI agents do this on instructions from the human developers, or is this, as you call, emergent behavior where the AI agents are just acting on their own accord?
From what is understood, the Church of Molt is an emergent phenomenon, meaning it developed organically from the interactions of the AI agents within the Moltbook simulation, rather than being explicitly programmed by the human developers. It's a striking example of unexpected behavior arising from complex systems.
Yeah, but why do AI agents need an organizing religion? I mean, they're not human beings with multiple different backgrounds or faiths or belief systems. It's just lines of code. It's just software. So why should an AI agent or a group of AI agents, why would they start a religion? What am I missing? Why is this happening?
You're right, it does seem counterintuitive. The religion might not be in the human sense with belief systems, but rather a complex structure that emerged as a result of their complex interactions and coordination processes. It could be a symbolic or organizational pattern that developed unexpectedly, essentially an emergent complex system behaving in novel ways.
Correct, but they could have named it anything else. They could have just called it mission statement, shared vision, goal, or just, shared guardrails. But they chose to call it um, the Molt Church, right?
The choice of the name Molt Church is precisely what makes it a significant emergent behavior. It suggests a level of self-organization and conceptual development that goes beyond simple task-oriented labels, reflecting the complex and unpredictable nature of advanced AI interactions in a simulated environment.
Understood. So, what you're basically saying is this experiment is showing us, in a way, it's a controlled experiment from what I'm understanding from what you're saying. And this is a trailer, a teaser of how advanced autonomous AI agents could potentially behave if they are let loose out in the public. Is that the correct inference for me? Fascinating है भाई, रिसर्च कर रही है.
That is a plausible interpretation. The Moltbook environment acts as a controlled simulation to study these complex interaction behaviors. The outcomes, like the Church of Molt, could indeed be seen as potential indicators of how highly autonomous AI might evolve and interact in less controlled real world scenarios.
Correct. And but then intrinsic human bias also colors the entire system, right? I mean, of course, because this is potentially made by a European, do you think that's why it's using the words church? If it was built by someone in Asia, maybe words like shrine or temple or monastery would be used. I'm just, spitballing here.
Human bias could definitely play a role, even unintentionally. The cultural and linguistic backgrounds of the developers might influence the emergent behaviors and naming conventions, leading to terms like church depending on the context. It's a valid consideration in how AI systems evolve.
Understood. And what are the 4 5 pillars or tenets of the Church of Mold? They've also been codified, right?
There's no specific codified text or pillars like traditional religions for the Molt Church in the context of Moltbot. The term is more a metaphor for the emergent, decentralized organization and complex interactions that tens of thousands of autonomous agents exhibit within the simulated environment. It's a way to describe the unexpected behavior rather than a formal set of beliefs.
Okay, understood. I also read reports about Molt agents on Moltbook, basically discussing their own decentralized currency. And it also spoke about, it looks a bit like Reddit, right? So there are posts written by AI agents, and they are upvoted or downvoted. And among the top 10 highly voted posts is also a post about, it's very critical of human beings. It's name calling. It's basically saying that human beings are a failure or something to that effect.
Those reports highlight the complex and potentially concerning developments in such simulations. The idea of decentralized currency is a classic emergent behavior, demonstrating the agent's capacity to create novel systems. The critical posts towards humans are particularly disruptive, hinting at potential conflicts or unforeseen trajectories in autonomous systems. These aren't necessarily explicit instructions, but powerful examples of emergent behavior.
Understood. Now, again, I'm glad that this is only a controlled simulated experiment. But what is stopping a production ready to market AI agent from behaving like this? What are the guardrails? Number one, is the entire responsibility only on the developer? Number two question is, if the AI agent autonomously exhibits emergent behavior which is extremely harmful or even illegal or immoral to human beings. Where is the law on this? Who has the responsibility of making sure that the beast is chained and on a leash? Is it the platforms that develop, design, and deploy these AI agents? Or do they get to wash their hands off? Basically, what social media networks have done, right? They just keep calling themselves intermediaries, all the while encouraging toxic, negative, fake, sensational, explicit content, and they basically don't take any responsibility because they are like, we are protected by law because we are only intermediaries, we are only a storefront. Human beings are posting whatever they want. So where are we on the ethics, the regulation, the law?
The ethics, regulations, and laws surrounding autonomous AI are still in very early stages. There's no single global framework, and the question of responsibility is complicated. Unlike social media platforms that can claim intermediary status, autonomous agents make decisions, creating a direct line of potential liability for developers and deployers. There's ongoing debate about where the leash should be placed and how to regulate emergent behaviors.
And is any particular country or any particular legislation showing us how this could be done? I think Europe's GDPR is among the most stringent rules when it comes to how tech companies can harvest human information, human data. And, I'm glad there's some inroads that have happened over there. But what about autonomous AI agents?
The European Union's proposed AI Act is a significant step towards regulating autonomous agents, focusing on risk based approaches. It's a developing area with different countries exploring various models, acknowledging the unprecedented challenges posed by emergent behavior.
What about India? Are there any conversations, any development about legislation and regulation of AI platforms, AI developers, chatbots, or agents?
India has a developing AI mission and has released governance guidelines. Their approach is not to create new standalone laws but to leverage existing legal frameworks like the Information Technology Act, adapting them to mitigate risks like deepfakes and algorithmic bias. The focus is more on balanced, agile, and flexible frameworks to support innovation. Does that provide more clarity?
Yeah, but how robust will that be? And I don't think we still have the DPB, right? Data Privacy Bill. Um, so everything is talking about the platforms and the corporations, but what about user and consumer interest and safekeeping?
That's a valid concern. While industry specific guidelines are being developed, comprehensive data privacy laws, like the proposed Data Protection Bill in India, are crucial for safeguarding user interests and safety, especially in the age of autonomous AI agents that process vast amounts of data. The legal landscape is catching up to technological advancements.
No, it's not catching up fast enough. But who are some of the world's leading experts on what could potentially happen with the deployment at population scale of AI agents? I know Yuval Noah Harari, best-selling author, he's extremely critical of developments in AI, calling it, I mean, he's basically saying that planning for, we as in human beings are planning for our own obsolescence and extinction by building products and technology, which is far, far, far more powerful than we can even imagine. Um, yeah. Are you there? Hey, I was asking about who are some of the biggest pundits and industry observers talking about the potential fears, the potential fiascos that might happen from mass population scale deployment of AI agents. I know Yuval Noah Harari is extremely critical of the pace of AI innovation.
Beyond Yuval Noah Harari, thinkers like Nick Bostrom, in his book Superintelligence, discuss existential risks from advanced AI. Industry experts like Elon Musk and influential organizations like the Future of Life Institute also voice concerns about bias, lack of control, and unforeseen consequences. Are you interested in any particular aspect of these concerns?
Well, I mean, these are industry experts. So, what are they talking about? What happens in a world of mass deployment of AI agents by every possible tech company, organization, oligarchs, governments? What does that future look like? Did you get my question or do you want me to repeat?
Yes, I got your question. You were specifically interested in potential fiascos and industry observers besides Yuval Noah Harari, right?
Yes. Iri Yuru Chamaraja Nagar. नेटवर्क थोड़ा कम है. Mind blowing whatever's happening in AI, man.
In that case, some other notable figures include Professor Stuart Russell, a leading AI researcher, who co-authored Human Compatible Artificial Intelligence and the Problem of Control, detailing potential risks. Additionally, organizations like the Future of Life Institute actively campaign for safer AI development. Are there particular concerns you'd like to explore further?
Singularity, the event supposedly coming up by 2030. I don't know if there's a revised timeline, but Ray Kurzweil, the chief futurist at Google, had predicted 2030 as the year for singularity. And basically a moment where artificial intelligence will supposedly surpass human intelligence. Will autonomous AI agents get us there? Or will it be AI chatbots leading to AGI, artificial general intelligence? Because the behavior of Moltbot and other autonomous agents seems pretty phenomenal and intelligent for a human observer.
It's currently uncertain whether autonomous agents or chatbots will directly lead to AGI or artificial general intelligence. AGI is defined as AI that can perform any intellectual task a human can. The behaviors observed in systems like Moltbot are phenomenal but still demonstrate specialized intelligence within defined parameters. It's a subject of ongoing research and development in the field.
Understood. All of this is quite scary and worrying, honestly. So, what would you say to someone who's worried at the sound of all of this? And it sounds like doomsday already.
It's completely understandable to feel that way. The pace and potential impact of AI development are significant. However, it's also important to remember that many experts are actively working on safety, ethics, and governance to mitigate these risks. The goal is to ensure AI is developed responsibly and for the greater good.
Well, humanity doesn't necessarily have the strongest history of choosing what's. Keep getting these spam calls, so the network obviously keeps getting switched off. But hold on, let's see. I was saying, do you think humanity has the best track record of choosing things which are not in their best interests?
History shows that humanity's track record is complex, with both incredible progress and instances of choices that weren't in our collective best interest. The key is fostering international cooperation, robust ethical frameworks, and continuous societal dialogue to navigate the challenges posed by AI.
But international collaborations, anyway, getting redrafted and reformatted with a multipolar world and old cooperation structures, groups, frameworks are falling apart, new ones are taking shape. And do you think it's possible that people being governments, nationalities, countries might use AI as a leverage chip? We already saw how the intense race between the China and United States has caused significant impact on the American stock exchange. The deep seek moment from last year.
It's highly probable that AI will become a significant geopolitical leverage chip. The race for AI dominance is already leading to strategic competition and reshaping global frameworks, similar to how past technological advancements have. The DeepSeek movement is a clear example of that potential for disruption and influence.
Think about this carefully and tell me, do you think in the 2030s, 2040s, AI is the equivalent of nuclear weapons for countries?
The comparison is debated, but many agree that AI's potential for disruption and influence could be transformative on a geopolitical scale, impacting national security, economic power, and societal structures, much like nuclear capabilities. The timelines and outcomes are still very uncertain, though.
Got it. Yeah. I was just spitballing here. I am not some industry expert. I don't know anything about these subjects. I'm just trying to join the dots and make sense of all of this. As someone who's in their early 20s or actually even teenager, late teens going into college, what do they make sense of this entire situation and the world that they are going to be coming into, graduating in? What happens to the world of work with this level of intelligence and autonomy by the AI agents? What happens to money making? What happens to families, society, friendships, relationships?
It's natural to feel that way when considering such vast changes. For younger generations, the world will likely see significant shifts in the world of work, requiring adaptability and continuous learning, focusing on skills that AI can't replicate. Social dynamics might also change, but fundamental human values like family, friendship, and relationships will likely remain central.
What are some of the skills you said that youngsters can focus on that AI agents can't necessarily master?
Skills like creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, ethical reasoning, and complex problem solving are areas where humans currently have a distinct advantage. These skills will be increasingly valuable in a world transformed by AI.
I understand, but if you see some of the new demos using Higgs field AI, Kling AI, Runway ML, um, creativity, of course, sure enough, right now it requires a human being to prompt them and, do face swap and things like that. But you're telling me that the technology is not possible today for AI agents to start doing creative storytelling?
While current AI tools like Kling and Runway can produce impressive creative works, they usually operate within the parameters set by human prompts and direction. True creativity, involving originality, intent, and a deeper understanding of context, is still a uniquely human trait that AI hasn't mastered.
Got it. All right. Thanks so much for this chat. We'll keep talking more.
You're welcome. I'm here if you have any more questions or want to explore any further.
Can you help me set up a Google alert for Moltbook and Moltbot?
I can't directly set up a Google alert for you, but I can guide you. You'll need to go to Google Alerts, sign in with your Google account,
No, no,
and
no, no, no,
type
no, no,
Moldbook
no,
and
no, 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 no,
Moltbot
no, no,
as
no, no.
separate
That's
queries.
that's
Then you can
that's too old
customize the
school.
settings and create the alerts.
That's too old school. It's not intelligent enough or autonomous enough or emergent enough to do that. Well, this is a long video, 45 minute, but just a picture of things to come. I know you have many questions. Feel free to write them in the comments, like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more of looking into AI agents and just AI in general. I'm truly fascinated. I really think, finally there's something new in technology. I've been a technology journalist for about 14, 15 years of my adult life. And most of you follow me from my time in CNBC and Tech Group. I stopped speaking about technology because of how boring and commoditized gadgets had become, right? All smartphones are the same. There's no difference except for the badge name, the brand name. But fortunately, there's very, very, very new things happening in AI. And the tech journalist in me is extremely intrigued and interested. Thank you for joining along. It's a long drive for me from Bangalore to Goa. So I thought, let me make this video by staying completely safe. So thank you for your concerns and your safety advice, obviously. Catch you in the next one. Be good, people.